I'm in the Del Mar College Center for Economic Development. This facility provides classrooms for continuing education and other programs that do not require formal admissions to college credit classes. This is also where Summer Kids Camp is going to be held. Some of the great things you'll find at Del Mar now. I'm Amy Mintz, Associate Professor of Child Development, Early Childhood at Del Mar College. Assistant Professor of Music, Dr. Abel Saldivar Ramirez is here. He'll explain to us about some of the classes available to music majors. The Director of Continuing Education, Melinda Aguilar, is also with us. She'll tell us about the Summer Kids Camp at Del Mar College. A Del Mar Now update will be presented by students in the radio and television program. We've got lots to talk about on today's show, so don't go away. This is Del Mar Now. Our first guest is an assistant professor of music at Del Mar College. He earned a Bachelor's of Music degree from the University of Texas at San Antonio, a Master's of Music from Texas A&M University, Kingsville, and a Doctorate of Music from the University of California, Los Angeles. Please welcome to Del Mar Now, Dr. Abel Saldivar Ramirez. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, tell us a little bit about your background and when you decided on a career in music education.
I was born knowing that I was going to be a music educator because I come from a family of musicians. On my mother's side, for example, my grandfather raised a family he had a little mambo band. And they would play on weekends and oftentimes during the week, and he made a living doing that for many years. They were untrained, at least. When I say untrained, I'm talking about they didn't have any sort of formal training, but they sounded great. Obviously, I was too young to remember that, but I would always listen to stories that my mom would share with us. And so that bled into my mother's generation, and my mother and two of her brothers are musicians as well. All saxophone players. Don't ask me why. That's just the way it is. My uncle, Joe Saldivar, for example, raised a family for years and had one of the biggest, largest mambo bands in Houston. And he was also an instrument repairman, so he was employed by lots of people, but did that his entire life. And on my mom's side of the family, I would say that about 60% of the people in the generations that have passed have either played in marching bands or concert bands or did some sort of music for a living.
Do you feel like some people are just inclined, they have this trait to do music and they just natural ability, or do you really think that formal education is necessary, or both?
It's a combination of both. I think there are those who maybe have the desire but maybe not the technical skills or the intellectual skills, if you will. But through some teaching and taking classes and doing some serious studying, that can help push them over the hump.
Well, so you teach some of these classes.
I think I've taught them all at all levels.
What kind of students take your classes?
Oh, that varies. I teach or have taught everything from entry-level courses to this is a treble clef sign, or this is a note, and this is where the note lives on a staff. Something as basic as that. Teaching the fundamental musical language, all the way to psychological conducting, which to me is the epitome of putting everything you've ever learned in life about music together in one setting and creating music through that process.
Okay, so after they complete these courses, what kind of degrees are available in the music program?
We have several. As a matter of fact, I was looking at them last night and I wrote these down because I wanted to make sure that if that question was going to come up, that I answered it correctly. These are the courses that are available, or the degrees. We have an Associate in Arts in Music, in Theory and Composition, Applied Music, both instrumental and vocal, Music Education, both instrumental and vocal, and Sound Recording Technology. We also have a certificate in sound recording technology. So that's what we offer at Del Mar College.
So it's pretty diverse, so even if someone's maybe not wanting to play the instrument, maybe write their own music or record the music, this would still be a beneficial program.
Absolutely, and the Sound Recording Technology Department itself is state-of-the-art. I mean, the facilities that were just opened last year are second to none. And I've had the luxury of visiting several campuses across the country, at the Division I level all the way down to community colleges, we have an amazing facility for a community college. As a matter of fact, it surpasses Division I level universities clear across the board at a level you can't even imagine. We're very fortunate to have that here.
That's great. So you're the director also of the Del Mar College Wind Ensemble.
I am.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I can. Most students that come to us have already played in their high school bands. So we have a combination of music majors and non-music majors. We have students who perhaps want to become English teachers, however, they want to continue playing their instrument in a band setting. We have a position in our ensembles for them as well. Not just in our bands, but in our orchestras and in our jazz bands. And then there are those that are studying music. They're music majors. So their principal ensemble is either going to be an instrumental ensemble like wind ensemble, which is made up of woodwinds, brass, and percussion instruments, or orchestra, which involves the strings, of course, or jazz band. So they have several options.
Okay.
But for me, I conduct the wind ensemble, which is just brass, percussion, and woodwind instruments.
How often are these ensembles performing shows?
We do 2 concerts a semester.
Okay.
And they're full blown. It's about an hour's worth of music. We kind of, what we do is I'll do one late in the fall, and then right before the Christmas break we'll squeeze in another concert. Then we also have a big extravaganza. It's our Christmas music extravaganza involving all of the other areas. The orchestras are involved, mariachi, jazz bands. So we do this big production, winter concert is what we call it.
Okay, well, summer's coming up.
Yes, it is.
And we have the Summer Viking Band Camp available at Del Mar College.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that summer camp?
Yes, we have been inviting students all over South Texas to come for what basically is a 5-day residency. And in those 5 days, the students get to meet other students from other schools. We have small sectionals where we concentrate on individual instruments. The faculty at Del Mar get involved and share their expertise. We also have fun and games because we want them to not only enjoy the musical experience, but they have to enjoy the human experience as well. So there's one afternoon, for example, instead of doing music, we're going to watch a movie. We have this huge screen. Very fortunate to have that in our large rehearsal hall in the new building at Del Mar College. So last year I think we watched I haven't seen it yet. I'm embarrassed to admit that. But it was a movie. All of my students, when I asked them, all of them said, "You've got to show this. The kids will love it." I think it's called Frozen, if I'm not mistaken.
They have very popular children's
I haven't seen it yet. And I said, well, okay, I'll sit here and watch it. I was like a child.
The songs become very popular.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
So back to the music.
Yes, I was embarrassed that I hadn't seen it yet. Absolutely amazing. And, of course, every one of those kids, and there was just, they're mesmerized. They love that stuff. They can watch it 100 times, so we do those kinds of things as well. So it's some social activities and musical activities.
Is there a fee for being involved in this summer?
There is. As a matter of fact, this little poster here, I'll just kind of, it's not very clear, I'm sure, on camera, but these are the posters that you can see around town, and we mail these to all of the schools in the district and the South Texas area. That gives all of the information that you need, and the fee for the camp is $175. If you pay by a certain date, June 8th in this case, and after the June 8th registration fee goes up to $200. So we want to catch those early birds as much as we can. It is still the least expensive summer band camp you're going to find for what you're going to get.
Well, where can someone get more information either about the band camp or the music program at Del Mar College?
If you just go online, I think our webpage is real easy. It's like Del Mar's. It's www.delmar.edu/music. You're going to go straight to the music webpage. And it has just about every answer to any question you could possibly have, because we're very meticulous about keeping that updated.
Okay, well, Dr. Ramirez, thanks for talking with us today.
Absolutely, thank you.
Students in the radio and television program are up next for the Del Mar Now update. After that, we'll learn about the Del Mar College Kids Camp. Don't go away.
I used to dream. I was thinking less about overtime and more about family time. Today, I am.
Go from I dream to I am. Del Mar College. Dreams delivered.
Catch the Viking spirit. Nationally recognized and locally focused, Del Mar College has been delivering dreams for over 75 years. If Del Mar College has touched your life, join the Vikings Alumni Association and help others achieve their dreams. Stay connected. Support scholarships. Explore the Viking Career Network. Join online today at delmar.edu/alumni for as little as $10 and get a free t-shirt. Show your Viking pride.
Welcome to this edition of Del Mar Now Update. I'm Stephen Martinez. Registration has begun for the summer sessions as well as the fall semester at Del Mar College. Students who are eligible may not only sign up for Summer Session 1, but also the second summer session and the fall semester. Those who wish to register for the fall semester only may also do so. Students with less than 24 credit hours must meet with an advisor to have their advising hold removed. College officials recommend that students with more than 24 hours still meet with their advisors. Students who are enrolling at Del Mar College for the first time and are under 21 are required to show proof of a meningitis vaccination. Summer Session 1 classes start Tuesday, May 26th. 7 former professors of Del Mar College have been honored. The Del Mar College Board of Regents approved to give the title of Professor Emeritus at its meeting in mid-April. Named to the prestigious title are Dr. Larry Lee, Marla Chisholm, Jackie Janschow, Joe Livingston, Dr. Ava Munoz, Dr. Maria Salinas, and Duncan Samo. A reading of resolutions for each honoree's accomplishments was given, and each honoree received a commemorative certificate. The former faculty members were nominated by faculty peers and supervisors. Del Mar College students who did graduate-level research gave presentations of their work May 1st. The students participated in Student Research Day, and it spotlighted studies in natural sciences or related fields. In conjunction with the Student Research Day, a Cornell University professor gave a keynote address. Dr. Rodney Dietert spoke about covering the human microbiome. A documentary was also shown highlighting the beneficial functions of microorganisms that live in the human body. An estimated 100 trillion microorganisms are in the typical body. The students presented the research by participating in a poster session. In the past 4 years, over 40 Del Mar College students have taken part in internships with biotechnology companies. A recent survey indicated that over half of the student participants hope to go on to graduate school. A new program at Del Mar College allows students to take college courses while enrolled in GED courses. Air conditioning and applied technology courses are considered career and community education offerings. Typically, the courses don't count toward college credit, but because they mirror credit courses, the classes count retroactively. The catch is that the student must gain a GED certificate. The program is being promoted as a vocation that will always be in demand in South Texas. According to Associate Professor of Air Conditioning, Ben Gregory, the average wage for a beginning HVAC graduate is $14 to $15 an hour. He says technicians are in such demand that many companies hire graduates when called. A first-level HVAC certificate takes 3 semesters to earn. All the courses needed to gain an associate's degree from Del Mar College are now available at Gregory Portland High School. The latest development allows a GP student to gain an associate's without having to cross the Harbor Bridge. Students receive an associate's degree in liberal arts, which is equivalent to the first 2 years of most bachelor's degrees. Plans are being made to add additional associate's degrees in other disciplines. A possible future project is to include a technology education training center at GP. The facility would be built in collaboration with Del Mar. The liberal arts degree plan covers the basics of courses such as English, history, government, math, etc. Gregory Portland is one of the 8 school districts that partner with Del Mar in the dual credit North Bay initiative. Competing against 4-year and 2-year schools, Del Mar College students did well in the Texas Intercollegiate Press Association Conference. Competing in a higher classification than required, Del Mar journalism students still won 25 awards and a scholarship. Former editor-in-chief Kaylee Bank was named the 2-year Designer of the Year. Tara Elwell was named the 2-year Photojournalist of the Year, and also placed first for Literary Magazine Photo Essay. Web editor Megan Falcon placed first in the TV advertising competition. Former managing editor Amber Quaid took first place for Literary Magazine Feature Photo. The Del Mar College student newspaper, The Foghorn, won first place for special section for the 2014 Spring Break issue. Current editor-in-chief Vivian Sanchez won the Warm Scholarship, which is open to students in 2-year schools. This has been this edition of Del Mar Now Update. I'm Stephen Martinez. Stay tuned for more Del Mar Now.
Plan your next event at Del Mar College's Richardson Performance Hall. Our facility accommodates conferences, concerts, religious events, and private parties. We have 3 lounges, balcony elevators, and a convenient drive-up drop-off. For productions, Richardson Performance Hall has more than 1,700 seats and is outfitted with staging, rigging, lighting, and sound capabilities, plus many patron and performer amenities. Book your next event at Richardson Performance Hall. We create dreams, one event at a time. For more information, call 361-698-2228.
I used to dream. I was turning my passion into a paycheck. Today, I am.
Go from I dream to I am. Del Mar College. Dreams delivered.
For more information about Del Mar Now, log on to www.delmar.edu/now. If you have questions, comments, or suggestions to help us improve Del Mar Now, send an email to now@delmar.edu.
Our final guest started working at Del Mar College in 2006 as the coordinator of healthcare programs. She's currently the director of continuing education for the college. She received a bachelor's and master's degree from Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. Please welcome to Del Mar Now, Melinda Aguilar. Hi, thanks for being with us today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Okay, it's almost summertime, and we understand Del Mar College has a summer kids camp. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, our summer kids camp it's a summer program for kids entering grades 3rd through 7th. It's 3 weeks of course offerings here at Del Mar College, and it's held here at the Center for Economic Development. It starts the first full week in June the 8th. And it runs to June the 25th. So it's 3 weeks of course offerings from 8 until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a way for students to come in, learn something new, maybe update a skill that they already know about, meet new friends, and it's done in a very relaxed environment. It's not pressured at all. There's no tests. There's no quizzes. You're not graded. You get what you get out of it, and the students love it. And the main goal is to have fun while we're learning and exposing the kids to something new that they may not have been exposed to before.
Okay, so some of the kid camp classes that are going to be offered, are they more child-friendly versions of some of the Del Mar College classes, or do y'all have different completely offerings?
No, they are very similar, and that's the plus with working with the college in conjunction with these summer camps. We try to offer courses that some of our academic areas already cover, and in fact we use sometimes some of the professors and adjunct faculty from the academic side. So that's a big plus for us because they bring all that great experience, and then they're there to teach our kids something at their level and to get their interest going and get them excited about maybe coming to Del Mar College when they get older and having a good experience here. And so that's the goal, is to try to give them something fun and a great learning environment, and then hopefully maybe down the road they decide that they want to pursue one of these areas because of the great experience that they had here at Del Mar College. So yes, a lot of the courses are similar to some of the classes that we offer on the academic side, but of course it's modified for children.
Correct. Okay. You mentioned the age range of 3rd grade to 7th grade a minute ago. Are there any other eligibility requirements? And I mean, is there a cap on the number of people that can attend?
We do, because we're here at the Center for Economic Development. We have a class limit for each of our courses, and like our computer labs, we only have a certain number of computer stations. So yeah, we do limit our class size, but we have so many course offerings throughout the day that there's something for everybody. So if you get into a class or you try to get into a class and maybe it's already filled up because all the students have already taken up the spots, that's okay. You can come back the second week and take the same course because it's offered again. So we do offer it, throughout the 3 weeks. Gives everybody an opportunity to get into those classes that are their favorites, and then maybe the not so popular ones with the kids, but the parents really want to push them into because they want them to really hone in on those math skills and try to get some improvement over the summer before they hit it hard in the academic year again.
Okay, so it's 3 weeks starting the beginning of June, you said. Can you tell us some of the sample classes that would be offered? You mentioned math a second ago.
Right. Some of the courses last year we emphasized a little bit more in the fine arts and reading, and this year our focus is on math and technology. So if you look at our course offerings, you got a lot of math classes, and it's not to scare people off or scare the kids off. These are fun courses. They've got different projects attached to them, and we have a lot of computer classes as well that are offered. Some of the examples of the math classes that we offer is one of them is called Number Sense, and it's to teach kids some tricks about multiplication, addition, subtraction, division, little tricks that will help them along the way when they don't have that calculator, when they have to maybe just focus on doing something longhand when they're taking a test. Another example of a math course that we have is called Geometry, and of course that's very, very popular right now because a lot of students have trouble with it. Well, we have a class in geometry, and it's going to cover planes and angles and how to calculate area and volume. So we go into a little bit of that. Then we have another class called Visualizing Algebra, and so you have to have a little bit of experience in integers and exponents, but it's probably for a little bit more older student, and they're going to teach them about multiplying equations, different things with variables and operations with variables. And our computer courses, our technology courses, we have three different offerings. We have a Photoshop class, so we're going to be able to take pictures and manipulate them, and so we can take a picture of a child and see what they look like on the face of a lion, and we're going to make it fun for them, and hopefully they can take these skills and use it in their projects in the regular academic year. We have a class called Scratch. It's a programming class, so these students are going to be able to go in and create games, create animation, create stories using programming skills. So that's going to be a very fun class, and it always is very popular when we do offer it. And then we have a PowerPoint class, Microsoft PowerPoint. It's a presentation software. Students nowadays, they're not just using those poster boards like we used to, they're using the technology. So they have to be up on that, and we teach them how to do PowerPoint and present. And then we have classes that are in the arts. We have an art class right now that is going to cover drawing, it's going to cover painting, it's going to cover sculpture. It's one of our teachers from our faculty that's teaching that. So, and she's going to do things with 2D and 3D, three-dimensional projects too as well.
So a lot of different classes.
Lots of different classes, taekwondo, chess, or to name another few that we're doing as well.
Are the costs associated per class or per week to be involved in the kids camp?
It's per class, and so it's $30 for that class for the 4 days of the week, okay? And then we do things in 2-hour blocks. So we have a class from 8:30 to 10:30, roughly 8:30 to 10:30, 10:30 to 12:30. We have a lunch, and then we have classes starting back up from 1 to 3, and then 3 to 5. Okay. So each of those time slots is $30 for the week.
Okay.
And we have some parents that come in and they just want one class because they're looking for that one class, or they come and they drop their kids off for the whole day. And we do have a recreation hour from 5 to 6, and for those parents that maybe can't get here by 5 o'clock, they can stick around with us and do some fun activities, before their parents pick them up.
You mentioned lunch. Is that lunch provided, or do parents need to bring a brown bag?
It's either way. You know, if they want us to provide the lunch, they can pay for the week, $5 a day.
Okay.
We usually get Subway sandwiches, and so the kids love it because they've got, you know, it's a healthy dinner, healthy lunch for them. And then also, if they want to bring their own, they can too as well. They can bring a lunch with them.
Okay, great. Well, where can someone get more information about the Del Mar College Kids Camp or the scheduling on the camp classes?
That would be at our website, delmar.edu, and if they click on the continuing education link under youth camps and academies, or they can call our registration office at 698-2122, or they can email us at ce@delmar.edu.
Okay, do these need to be pre-registered, or can they show up on the first day and sign up for some of these classes?
They can show up on the first day, or they can register right now. We are taking registrations.
Okay, well, good to know. Thanks for talking with us about this.
Thank you for having me.
If you have questions or comments about Del Mar Now, send an email to now@delmar.edu. We'll return next month with our final show of the season. We'll hope you'll be watching. Until then, I'm Amy Mintz for Del Mar Now. Thanks for watching.